Just a reminder that these videos are made for adult doll collectors or adults buying dolls for others. This is not a video for children. Viewer discretion is advised. Thank you very much for listening. Hello internet! My name is Kelsey and welcome back to my closet. So the news has been pretty light lately. Obviously I haven't made a video in a while, but since it's been a long time and there's a couple of interesting topics to touch on, I decided might as well, right? Also, there are some things I really need to talk about because they give me a lot of feelings, but we'll get to those later. First off, I want to start off with something good, which is the fact that supposedly we're going to be getting 1/6 scale Pixlings dolls. So these prototype pictures have been floating around for a little bit, maybe old news, you may have seen this already, but just wanted to throw my 2 cents in here. I'm super excited about these. I only have one Pixling, but I really like them, like if the one that I have is a good representation of all of them. So to see them in a full-size fashion doll, I would hope that that only accentuates all the good things that they already have. We can already see by the doll body that they have elbow and knee joints. No wrist joints, but they do have inset eyes. So I guess if we have to trade one thing for the other, the eyes probably would be a little bit better. And the makeup looks really interesting and detailed. I mean, they're already really good at sticking to their theme, so I can forgive a little less articulation for some really nice designs. There's a couple other heads that aren't attached to bodies that show there's some glitter embedded into the skin, at least for the face, and they also have really nice makeup. They're really cute face molds. They kind of remind me of a cross between like the Pixlings obviously and Star Darlings because of the way that their faces are. The one thing that I'm worried about, because you know this is still in the Magic Mixies brand, is that there's gonna be another unboxing gimmick. We already have the big bottles for the existing Pixlings, which considering the size of the dolls, they're really bulky. So I'm hoping they're not gonna make like gigantic bottles or some other really huge plastic thing that we're gonna have to be like, what do we do with this now? Guys, it's future me. Sorry if my voice sounds a little bit different from the rest of the recording, but literally hours after I recorded the original part, the first stock pictures dropped of these Pixlings. They're called Supreme Pixlings? Wow, I am stunned. She is absolutely gorgeous. I love the butterfly gown, her little tiara with the antenna, the hair, the makeup. I mean, I knew that these were gonna be good, but this is way more than I thought. Unfortunately, as I kind of guessed, there is a giant unboxing gimmick. This one might be more usable afterwards because it has kind of a closet shape to it. Maybe you could use it for storage a little bit easier than the bottles, but if everyone comes in something like this, we're gonna have the same kind of problem as Monster Heist Ultimate Secrets. Hopefully, maybe there'll be something a little smaller for some of the dolls, and this is just like a special one with this extra large unboxing thing. But I definitely want to get her. I love her. Still no price or release date, but I'm sure now that the stock images are out that we're gonna see it soon. Next, I think this thing kind of flew under people's radar, and honestly, I saw the picture like once and then completely forgot about it. There's going to be a new doll line coming from Jazzwares based on Royal High, which is apparently a game. I've never heard of it before, but it looks cute. It's got a very feminine, princessy, fantasy vibe. In the pictures that we do have, the one doll has a plastic bodice, and considering that these are kind of Robloxy looking characters, I wouldn't be surprised if they were fully plastic. But since we don't have heads yet revealed, there's no telling. Maybe they will have real hair. Of course, based on the artwork, the heads are probably gonna be squarish, but then again, people liked boxy girls and they had square heads, so who knows? You know, for the fact that this is based on a property that has some really cute artwork and designs, I'm open to the possibility of them being nice. Plus, if you look at the bodies, they're kind of proportional to a regular fashion doll body and even have some articulation. So that already is some positive points in their direction. Again, don't really know when these are coming out or how much they're gonna be, but I'll be watching. Next up from Barbie, let's look again at the Dream Besties because we finally have some stock images for them. If you remember in the news video where I first talked about them, the clip got cut off because somehow the music in that one section, even though it was the same music throughout the whole thing, decided, oh, we're gonna strike you right here. So I had to silence it, which is why I'm coming back to it today. Also, the original picture that we had was blurry, so now we get a better look at them. I'm not gonna say that I think these are bad dolls. I don't think they are. They're definitely a downgrade from Barbie Extra though, who in my feeling, that's kind of who they're replacing because they have a lot of the same elements of Barbie Extra coming with the accessories and the pet. I don't mind the stylized faces. They're kind of cute, a little childish, but cute. And also it's nice to see a different face mold for Barbie besides Millie. And the outfit quality looks decent. There's different materials, there's some layering. The one in the purple, whose name is Renee, she actually has pockets, which is cool. And they have the same articulation as Barbie Extra. We've got elbow, wrist, knee. So overall, I don't hate them, but they aren't very overwhelmingly exciting either. I do like the shirt with the roses on Barbie and her little opera gloves. I think that's kind of cute. Brooklyn's jacket, that definitely reminds me of one of the Barbie Extra dolls. Teresa is probably my favorite. I just really like her smile and I like the little bows that they have in her hair. And Renee's also nice. Again, love that she has pockets. I'll be interested to see how their size compares to a normal Barbie, whether there's outfit swapping possibilities. It's hard to tell how tall they're gonna be based on these pictures. Their bodies do appear to be a little thicker than regular Barbies. You know, the accessories are fine, they're a little bland. It's just the first wave, so maybe they'll improve with time. But when I think about what we lost when they were just starting to get their groove back, they leave a little bit to be desired. But I'm sure we'll start seeing people review them because their listings are popping up on different websites. They're just not in stock yet. I want to touch on something that I think is kind of funny, but also kind of sad. Five Surprise is coming out with a new line of surprise balls called Fashion Fairies. And I think you'll agree with me that they seem a little familiar. Yes, some of these designs might be slightly tweaked, but this is essentially a repackaging of Itty Bitty Pretties and Angel High. I always had a soft spot for Itty Bitty Pretties because, you know, I like tea time stuff, so that theme spoke to me. They had really cute faces, and even though they had plastic clothes, you know, they were tiny, so it was okay. But they were also kind of overpriced for what they were, and I hardly ever saw people talking about them. And Angel High, I mean, most people probably didn't even know that that was a thing. That I've never ever seen them in stores. So I'm like 80% sure that this is leftover stock that they're using for this new line. So I'm kind of happy about that they're not wasting this stuff, but also kind of bewildered because if they didn't sell before, what makes them think that they'll sell now? They really need to make sure that they price them correctly. Usually the Five Surprise stuff tends to be between $7 and $10. So if they stick to that range, they should do a better job. They're coming out on July 1st. So we'll hopefully get a price reveal here soon. All right, let's touch on some doll-related media. First of all, Universal just announced that they'll be making a Monster High live-action movie, an actual movie for theaters. So far, all we know is the producer, Akiva Goldsman, whose name means nothing to me, but this is really exciting and also a little bit worrying. I finally watched the Barbie movie a few months ago and I didn't hate it, but I felt like there really wasn't much cohesion in the writing. And Monster High is such a character and story-driven property. I really want them to do a good job with the story of the movie. I want this movie to be even better than the Barbie movie. Like, the Barbie movie did really well, but I want this to have even more of an impact. I want people to enjoy the movie even if they're not fans of the dolls, just just because it's a good movie. I'll also be interested to see how much of the new established lore they'll be using, or if they're gonna use the G1 characterizations. That would be cool if we had like the two Monster High cinematic universes running parallel. Of course, since this was just announced, it's gonna be a long time before we get anything like even a preview, but I'm sure over time we'll start seeing cast announcements and stuff like that. And then, for something that will be coming a little bit closer in the future, Outright Games, the same company that made the Rainbow High game, has decided to double-cross MGA and make games for Mattel instead. So they're doing 3 games for Mattel properties, but the one I'm most excited for is Monster High Skulltimate Secrets. I have no idea what it might be about, but I definitely want to play it. So if you'd be interested to see me do a Let's Play on the game, let me know. I could possibly make that happen. I had kind of wanted to do it for the Rainbow High game too, but I never got around to it. Also, besides that, there will be Barbie Project Friendship and Matchbox Driving Adventure. I'm not as eager for the Barbie game. I can't imagine that it would even compare to the old school Barbie PC games, but it might be okay. Okay. And now we come to the 2 big reasons that I had to make this video. First of all, it appears that I was mistaken about the end of the tweens in my video about Cassie Cool, because out of nowhere, these were suddenly revealed. The Tweens costume surprise dolls. They're going to be $29.99. First of all, apparently the wrist joints are back? Okay, so you took them away, but then you decided to put them back again? Like, why? What was the point of not giving them to the line with Cassie in it? But I guess MGA must have figured that they could at least give us that when the dolls are wearing mostly plastic clothes. I mean, what the hell? What the actual hell? The dolls have one singular one piece of fabric clothing and everything else is plastic. Why? It's not even a costume. Like, I could see if it was a big chunky plastic costume thing in a costume themed line. Okay, but no. You know what the costume is supposed to be? The elephant in the room that I haven't acknowledged yet? This weird ass blow up animal thing. That is the costume. And you know what? That is probably the best part of this entire line. Is that blow-up animal. From what the description says, it works like an actual blow-up costume. It has like a motor and an on-off switch. And apparently when you open the doll for the first time, it expands and then the doll is inside and you pull it out and you can turn the thing on and off. That's pretty cool for a gimmick. I mean, it's something that I've never seen before. And I think it could have worked as its own separate toy. Or maybe with better designed and better executed tweens, but not these guys. I am so disappointed because OMG and the tweens are always like such great dolls and we already lost Rainbow High. Why do we have to lose more dolls? You can also see that they're recycling characters, which is not a good sign either because we have Aya Cherry, Allie Dance, Emma Emo, and who is still not emo by the way, and Hoops Cutie, who we don't have a picture of yet. So yeah. If I didn't fully believe that the tweens were on the downside before, I do now. And then finally, this. I cannot believe this is a thing. What is this? I'll tell you what it is. It's the next de-evolution of poor Rainbow High. This is a Rainbow High Little. The pure revulsion that I feel at seeing this doll and knowing that it's attached to what was once one of the greatest doll lines of the 2020s. What is the purpose of this? You already have a line of smaller versions of the Rainbow High dolls in junior high, and I already thought junior high was pointless. Okay, I have to do an addendum here as I'm editing, because when I recorded, only Skylar's little sister had been revealed in pictures, but now we have stock images for everybody, and they're available on Amazon today, the day that I am posting this video. So I had to critique even more and also mention, yes, I know these are not just miniature versions of the existing characters like junior high. These are the little sisters, so they're different characters. That does not make it okay that they designed them this way. I mean, they are really horrible. You know how people did not like the little siblings of the Monster High characters in G2, this is the same thing. I mean, we're basically going through Monster High G2 in Rainbow High form right now. Look at Sunny's little sister. She has permanent peace sign hands. When she has her arms down in the box, it looks ridiculous. She's never gonna be able to look like she's holding something. How is that fun? At least if you're gonna only give us 5 points of articulation, don't make the hands so weird. They're only good for one pose. I mean, this is ridiculous. Same thing with Amaya's little sister here, whose stupid top knots make her look like an idiot. I mean, where was Amaya? How come she didn't help her style her hair so that it actually looks good instead of lopsided and stupid? But anyway, her hands are sticking out to the side. At least it's a little better than Sunny's little sister, but like, still, a permanent pose like that on a 5 points of articulation doll, I don't see how that's fun. At least the rest of them, if they have like a bent elbow or whatever, it's not as bad. Barbie fashionistas also do that, so whatever. But these are just so, oh my god, the plastic clothes. The fact that they come with yet another of the stupid crystal animals. I mean, the only good thing is that they did not go and do full plastic hair for these dolls. Then I would have really freaked out. Crystal's little sister actually has braids, so kudos, I guess, but still, this is just, so many things. So many things wrong with this. They legit look like bootlegs. I don't feel guilty about ripping them, because this is cheap, even for a brand aimed at a younger demographic. And with that out of the way, that is everything that I wanted to talk about for today. So let me know what you think. How do you feel about these things? Do you agree? Do you disagree? Let me know down in the comments. And as always, thanks so much for watching the video. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, share the video with your friends, and until next time, bye!